Hi, dear students. I am Professor Masood Ahmad. I am into the legal classes. Today, we are going to take a topic, Warren Hastings, Plan of 1772 and the Adalat system of courts. This topic we have in a law basic subject called History of Courts, Legislatures and Legal Profession in India. So this subject is there in affiliated colleges of L.L.B 3 years and L.L.B 5 years. So today is the fourth class. Already we have completed 3 classes. The students who are new, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can go to the particular playlist. The playlist is created as Professor Masood's legal class, History of Courts. So there you have the 3 lectures you can go through. Now let us go to the first slide. Warren Hastings, he has got in whole history, personality, and the contribution in the 18th century. Warren Hastings born on December 6, 1732 at Churchill near Daylesford, Oxfordshire, England. It is in UK. Died on August 22, 1818, Daylesford. He was the first and most famous of the British governors general of India who dominated Indian affairs from 1772 to 1785. So his initiatives, his functioning, and his contribution in the field of law, judiciary, and the legal system, that too in the 18th century. So it is more visible, and now also we discuss and debate his principles, which he has contributed, I think, during it is about 1972 to 1985, almost, let us say, it is 13 years. Okay. He and Robert Clive are credited with the laying the foundation of the British Empire in India. As you know, the student, the British coming to India, there was a proper channel, that was the establishment of East India Company. And as per the chapter, so the chapter signed on 31st December in the year 1600, and it was effective from the 1st January. It was the year 1601. But what happened after few years and decades? Basically, they had the focus on the trade, business, and commercial aspect. And after that, they were focusing on the administration and capturing few important territories of India. So there was a shift from business to administration, administration to the judiciary, judiciary to the legal system. So this is the background. Let us go. The judicial plan of 1772, the background. The dual system and famine of Bengal destroyed the Bengal. The administration of the justice, revenue collection was in a bad shape. Whether it is the law and order or the law system there or the revenue collection was in the bad shape. Whether it is the 17th century or 18th century, now we talk about the modern era, any government, whether it is the administration or the governance at central level and state level, maybe for a country or maybe for the territory. So all the economic activities are performed on the basis of revenue collected. So if there are some issues for the government for collecting the revenue, then it will have the negative impact on the overall development and growth of the country. So that time in the 1772, in that decade, so they were facing the problem, dual problem. One is justice and second one was the revenue problem, collection of revenue. At that time, the court used to charge commission from the parties on the amount that used to recover by them by the by the help of court. See, if the case is going on in the court, whether it is from it may be the civil or criminal case, some value will be involved, particularly in the civil case. So court used to collect the portion and percentage of the amount. So which is the litigative amount, whatever we have, maybe the dispute, maybe the partition, maybe uh, maybe the succession. So whatever value we have, percentage as a commission they used to collect, and sometimes it used to be huge. Judge did not get the regular salary, so they indulge in bribe culture, and also the atrocities of Englishmen leads to corruption in the court. So this is the background, typical background of 1772. Then Judicial Plan of 1772. The Judicial Plan of 1772 developed by Warren Hastings introduced the concept of Adalat system. I think this is very important because the Adalat system was started in the year 1772 in its judicial plan. So before that, we did not have the concept of Adalat system. So what is the Adalat? The scope, jurisdiction, and the powers of Adalat. So it was introduced in Judicial Plan 1772. The Judicial Plan of 1772 divided the areas of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa into several districts. So the first time, the Judicial Plan of 1772, the division of states into different districts. So it was introduced in the Judicial Plan. Then, as per the Judicial Plan of 1772, they divided districts, or the divided districts were appointed with a collector in charge of the administration work. Now also, if you see the demographic profile or the geographic profile of India, we have states and we have districts, and head of the district is he is the clerk. He is the collector. The collector is the head of the district. So similarly, the similar situation in the present era also we have got. The Judicial Plan of 1772 initiated. On April 3rd, 1772, Warren Hastings assumes the office of Governor of Fort William, and he became the first Governor General of Bengal. He appointed a committee that consists of the 4 members of council that formed a committee of a circuit that consists of Governor General of Bengal plus 4 members of the council. So he constituted a committee, and the committee is known as Committee of Circuit. So where Governor General is there and 4 members of council, they were there. On August 15, 1772, excuse me, on August 15, 1772, the Committee of Circuit prepared judicial plan to regulate the administration of justice and the revenue collection. The plan is called the Hastings Plan of 1772. The plan consisted of 37 regulations. So Hastings Plan of 1772, the plan consisted of 37 regulations. These regulations dealt with revenue, administration of civil and criminal justice. So dear student, if you see the beginning of the 17th century, it was from the 1st January 1601, you see that they established the East India Company, and in the charter, the objective it was mentioned, they were into the trade and the business. But here what is happening, this bullet point, they are dealing with the revenues, overall revenues, administration, civil and criminal justice. So this is the diversification. Then judicial plan of 1772, administration of civil justice and justice, small cause Adalat. The Adalats headed by head farmer, village head or Fargana. See, now also in the rural India, we find that the small issues, the petty issues, they are settled informally by the society and the individuals in the society who are responsible. Now, till recently in rural India, we used to have the concept of punch. Punch is a committee of 5 members, so who are having some profile of power and authority, formally or informally. The village head you can call, or you can call sarpanch or gram panchayat head, and other elders will be there. So they used to take the matters related to a small matter related to the households and the individuals living in that village. So the next one, deal with the small or petty cases, decided cases up to rupees 10. See, this rupees 10, it is maybe confusing little, but because they wanted to deal the case where the value is up to rupees 10, means less than that. If there is a problem of 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 3 rupees or 5 rupees, something like that. Now we may be confusing that why there is a dispute for less than 10 rupees. See, this we are talking about 1772. The value of money what we had in the year 1772. So 10 rupees, it may be now it may be in thousands. The 10 rupees equal to 1000 or lakh. So because as the inflation increases, the value of money decreases. So this is there. Then judicial plan of 1772 implementation, Mufassil Diwani Adalat, presided by collector, and he will act as a judge. Jurisdiction, all civil cases of revenue, this judge used to look after, who is the collector, the district collector. Court held its sitting twice in a week, 2 days court used to function. Appeal will go to the Sadar Diwani Adalat. So we can have the appeal to the Sadar Diwani Adalat. Cases to caste, religion, marriage and inheritance. So these are the cases concerned. They used to take, they used to discuss, and they used to give the judgment. Collectors was assisted by Khazi Pandit, who expounded law to him. So because now also we have the issues related to the personal law, whether it is the Hindu law, Muslim law or Parsi law. So these things are there. So here the judges, the jury, they used to take the help of Khazi and Pandit because they have got the background of Hinduism and Islam. Matters related to succession, zamindari, talukdari, property reserved for the governor and council. So these type of problems, mostly it is the civil property related problem. So they used to take care of. That is the governor and council. Sadar Diwani Adalat. So this is the hierarchy of Adalat system. So now this is a particular hierarchy. Governor and 2 council member will act as a judge. Governor and 2 council member will act as a judge. It used to have both appellate and original jurisdiction. It means this court can accept the new cases and the appeal cases. The lower court, they have given the judgment, whatever judgment is there, that can be appealed here in Sadar Diwani Adalat. In absence of governor, alderman of council acts as a judge. Aldermen of the council, in the previous class we have discussed, they are equal to the councillors and all what we have in the municipal administration and municipal system. So we have the mayor and the councillor. So that time also the mayor will be there, and our municipality head will be there, and alderman we have. They are the advisor, they are the members, or they are the councillors. Governor, aided by Diwan, Treasury, and Chief Kanungo. Chief Kanungo. This is the regional the terminology what we use for that particular post. Court fee will be the 5% of the dispute amount. You would have seen that, the plan of 1772, the historical background we read, and we found that few of the judges were not getting the regular salary, and there was a scope of manipulation and cheating. But now in this plan, the court fees will be the 5% of the dispute amount, so that all the legal expenditure what we have, including the salaries of the staff and judge, that can be taken care of. It was the first established at Calcutta. It was first seated in 17 March 1773. The first case taken on this particular date. Judicial Plan of 1772 implementation. The administration of criminal justice, Mufassil, Nizamat, Fauzdari, Adalat deal with the criminal case. See, previous Adalat, whether it is a small or the higher level, higher hierarchy Adalat, there we had most of the cases are civil of nature. But here the criminal justice is also there, deal with the criminal cases, govern with the Mohammedan laws of crime, presiding officers, Muslim law officers, and Maulvi. Collectors used to have an important role in these courts, and that is supervisor. The court was not empowered to award the death sentence. So here the capital punishment death sentence was not there. It is not in their purview. Then Sadar Nizamat Adalat, apex court of the criminal case in the province, used to have both original and appellant jurisdiction. The new cases the court used to accept, and even the appeals they can accept. Used to have the specific jurisdiction to decide over the matter of death sentence. So capital punishment, death sentence, here it is possible. We can discuss and we can present. Death warrant signed by the Nawab as the head of the Nizamat. It is signed by Nawab, who is the head of the Nizamat. Judge of court, Daroga Adalat. We call Daroga Adalat. Assisted by Chief Qazi and the three Maulvis. These persons appointed by Nawab on advice of governor, supervisor, and governor in council. Judicial Plan 1772 implementation. Merits of Judicial Plan of 1772 safeguarded personal laws, Hindu law, and Muslim law. People were not going so far for accessing to justice courts, and because of the district system. No confusion on clash, because in all of the courts, Diwani, Fauzdari are already defined in judicial plan. Judges were English but assisted by local natives. Now let us discuss about the demerits about the Judicial Plan 1772. Over centralization of power of collector. So first time the states were divided into districts, and district head is the collector. So we found it has become something like concentration of power at one place, is something like a one-man show. He is the boss for the district and he is to control each and everything. And there was a perception that this is a more centralization where we have the monopolistic situation. So that was the issue. Warren Hastings do heed about Hindu and Muslim, but he did not heed about the other religions. See, Warren Hastings, he has covered the two important religions, that is the Hinduism and Muslims. But apart from these two religions, there were other religions. They found that we are ignored, something like that. We are not taken care of. So this is the demerit. Collectors misuse power and indulge in private trading. So this is the issue. The collector, few of them, they misuse the power and indulge in private trading. Judges were Englishmen, but local natives sometimes misguided them. See here, for the personal laws like Hindu law and Muslim law, we used to have the Maulvis, Khazi and Pandit. So the most of the judges and jury and collectors, so they were dependent on these advisors and their assistants. So sometimes it went wrong. The collector paid more attention to the revenue collection than the civil administration. So this is about fourth lecture of History of Court, Legislature, a legal profession in India. Thank you, my dear students, and all the best. And we will be meeting in the next session. Thank you.